So Finn has a thick, long double coat, and he tends to get matted in between his back legs. When you bathe this type of coat, you want to brush it out thoroughly before the bath. And then once the dog is dry, brush it out again after the bath. So with a brush out like this, I can start here, but all I'm doing is skimming the surface, and I'm just not really getting into it. So what you want to do is lift from the bottom like this, and just go bit by bit. This is called line brushing because you can see the line. I think that's why it's called that. You can see the line right here. And I'm using a slicker brush, and I'm just doing tiny sections. I kind of do a circle with the brush like this, and I'm having a light touch, so I'm kind of just going in a circle. And the key is that you want to be able to see the skin. I can see the skin. And like this is tangled, but because I'm only doing a little section, it's gonna be able to be untangled really easily. Because if I were to just go like this, I would not get to the root of this coat. Then also, if I brush like this and I snag a mat down here, it's a little bit more painful. So what I want to do is start underneath, because all of this is already brushed. So when my brush glides over it, it doesn't cause any kind of pain from snagging a mat. Here's a tiny tangle, so I'm just doing a circular motion. And I'm just brushing enough times so that I can really feel no friction in the brush. It just glides. So one thing I noticed that he gets matted right in here, right here. So there's two ways that you can do it. So if I go this way, I can pull back the fluff and then go bit by bit. And this is all matted right here. So I'm just gonna do tiny, tiny sections. And the dog is not freaking out. He's not really moving around a lot, and that tells me that I'm not hurting him. If your dog is really panicking or freaking out, just do like one little section and then just see if you can be a little more gentle. So the dog's behavior will guide me. And if you have a dog that has a lot of coat like this, you could just do one leg at a time. You know, one leg on a Tuesday, one leg on a Wednesday. Just do a little bit of brushing every day, so it's not like a whole overhaul. But the brush is gliding through right now, and it's not really catching on anything. So I'm just lifting everything up and away and getting like small sections at a time. So for the tail, again, I'm not just gonna start with the top. I'm gonna actually start at the end, just like I did with the foot, same thing. I'm gonna start at the end, and I'm gonna pinch pretty hard so that if I do snag something, he doesn't feel it. And always brush away from the body with the grain of the coat on the tail. Never brush down this way because it's painful for them. I'm gonna take the tail and twist it. Oh, there's gross poop under there. He's stinky, man, he's stinky. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is like twist the tail. Just get this poop out of here. The things we do, I don't know. I'm gonna take the tail and twist it so that I can get the underside of it, and then just gently roll the brush through the coat. See how staticky it is? That's because it's not hydrated right now. So always condition this coat type. And if your dog is staticky during the brush out, spray a little mist of leave-in conditioner mixed with water as you brush. You can also spray your brush with it, and then that will glide through the coat. So when you do a tail, brush away from the dog and then twist it so you can get underneath. If you really also want to get underneath, you can scoop everything up and go this way, but just make sure you go with the grain of the tail. I'm just gonna take the inside of his leg and scoop it this way towards me and thread my hand through and just get the inside of his leg. And another way you can do that is lift the leg, and that way I can get the inside of this leg. And then dogs tend to get matted on their armpits. So just make sure to brush under here And just use your hand and feel, are there mats under there? The key is do not cut out mats with scissors because you can cut your dog. Take clippers, get yourself a cheap pair of cordless clippers and just shave it out. And you can use those cordless clippers to threaten your kids to shave their heads if they don't do their chores. A lot of people think that this means they're brushing their dog. This is the least important part to brush. But this is the only place people brush, and then they bring their dogs and they're like, I brush every day, but I get under here and it's totally matted and I don't want to shave your dog's legs and just have a fluff of fluff on top. So this is really kind of useless. Get under there, start from the bottom, work your way up, and just do little sections every day.